Hi, it's Patrick from XPression, and I'd like to show you our MOS workflow using the XPression News MOS plugin. I'm showing it to you today inside of Avid iNews. It obviously works in iNews, it works in ENPS, it works in several other newsroom systems, including Ross's own Inception newsroom system. But I'm going to show it to you in iNews right now. On the left side, I've got some iNews shortcut buttons, and I've got one that I've made is for XPression News plugin, so I'm going to click on it, and it opens up the XPression News plugin. I've got my template selection over here, and I'm going to come up to filter field right above the thumbnails, and I want an OTS. I'm going to type in OTS, and it brings me right to an OTS template. I'm going to double click on it, and that'll launch the template over in the right side. I'm going to do some editing on my template here. I've got some fields in here that I can change, and I see that I've got an OTS image left or right. I can change that. We'll talk about that another time. And I've also got text inputs. Well, on the template itself, when I look at it, the art department has created this with a nice bright color to let me know that needs to get replaced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over on the left side, and there's a button labeled Open MAM, and that allows me to choose my Open MAM or Media Asset Management sources. And I have one here called Streamline, which is the Media Asset Management system from Ross, and it's going to open up and show me a whole bunch of assets that are in the system. And I'm looking for a mugshot, and it just so happens here's the one I want right here. But if I didn't find it, or if I want to narrow it down, if I type in mug, I can see what I've got available, and I don't think I want beer mug. I think mugshot of Hassan, which is the one I want because my art department got the picture from the police department. I'm going to take it, I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag, and I'm going to drop it in the OTS image left field. And you can see that that appears there, and the picture appears here. Now, the way the art department has designed this graphic, it's vertical, it's tall. And the artwork is, in this case, happens to be tall, vertical as well. Well, that's great, but I really would rather have it close up. I'm really more interested in his facial features than I am how tall he is. So I'm going to come back over to the input fields, and I'm going to go to the OTS image left row, and you'll see there's a little Windows expansion icon here. I'm going to click on it, and I got some fields here that I want to show you. I've got a material face, a texture position, and a texture scale. Well, the image has been placed on a piece of geometry as a texture. So that's what the texture indication is. And again, that's what's been called here. I'm going to take this here, and I want to do two things. I want to zoom in, and I want to put him in the right position. So zooming is referred to scale in this point. So I want to blow up the picture and scale it. I'm going to click in one of the boxes, and I'm going to put my cursor there and hold down my mouse button, and I'm going to drag, and you'll see the numbers start to change. And if we look, as I slow down a little bit, you'll see that as I slow down, you'll see that the interaction happens with the image. You can see he's getting a little bigger. I zoom in more and more and more, and that's probably pretty good, but unfortunately he's too high up in the frame. So I'm going to come up to my texture position field, and I'm going to choose Y, because again in geometry, Y is up and down, X is across. So I'm going to choose Y, and I'm going to make that number smaller or less than 0. And you can see as I move it, I probably got that in a pretty good spot, and that seems to work. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to change the text. Right now the slug on there is OTS text here. That's great for previewing, but it's probably not what I want. I'm going to come over and click in OTS text here, and I'm going to backspace it out, and I'm going to type in, I should say, Hassan found, because that happens to be the name of the subject of the story, and that's the name of the criminal in the picture. I've got what I want. If I want to look at it and proofread it, I'm going to come back over to the right side, and I'm going to click on the stop button. Actually, I'm going to take this and drag it over to the left. Then I'm going to click the play button, and you'll see the graphic will animate in, so I can see what it looks like as it's going to reveal itself onto the screen. So I have basically an animated preview here within the News plugin. I like it. It's just what I needed. So I'm going to take my mouse, I'm going to click on the thumbnail, I'm going to hold down the mouse button, and I'm going to drag this into my story, and I'm going to put it in the script right next to his name, right next to Hassan. I'm going to let go of it, and you can see what it puts in as the production queue, and it will tell me my Express, which happens to be my MOS ID, the name of my MOS workflow, the template name, and some other information, including the image name and the text that I put on the graphic. So I've shown you how to use a replaceable asset. I've shown you how to go ahead and scale it and reposition it all within the MOS Newsroom plugin. So those are some of the cool features that you can find inside of the XPression News plugin within your newsroom system.